last plays for the world champion Chicago Bulls. Last night he scored 25 points, helping the Bulls beat the Charlotte Hornets 83-70. Here he is in action. Keep your eye on number 33. Please welcome Scottie Pippen.
Thank you. This is great.
Great crowd. Now you had a terrific game.
We had a decent game.
Decent? No, you look great.
Thanks.
You look. You know, I never sat right on the floor like that. Gene Siskel was kind enough to give me one of his seats, boy. And to see you guys in action that up close. He scored 25 points.
Yeah, well, you had a great seat.
Yeah.
I can't say you didn't have a bad seat, but we got off to a slow start, and we're finally able to.
Well, let me ask you about that. You say you got off. So you think you had a weak first half?
I mean, we were a little rusty, but I mean, it was nothing like the Cubs game. The pitch that I saw you throw out yesterday at the Cubs game. Hey, you guys have that footage? Do you have the footage?
Footage of me pitching at the Cubs game yesterday?
Oh, it was.
What are you talking about? That was a great. All right, go ahead, roll the footage.
Can we roll the footage?
Yeah. Oh. Now, I have to explain what I was doing here.
Well, it's a good thing it wasn't better.
You got to understand.
Jay.
No, let me explain. I was pitching to my friend, Kevin Eubank. Now, Kevin plays guitar. If I threw the usual 95 mile an hour, you know, it could damage his hand, then he's out of work.
Well.
You ever play ball? Are you a baseball player?
Well, I played when I was younger.
Yeah. Did you play that before you played basketball?
Yeah, I played back, I guess, when I was in grade school.
Yeah.
I played during the summer, but I was much more of a basketball player. I was more concerned in playing basketball.
But, you know, well, you also played for the Bears very briefly, right? Did you know he played for the Bears?
Yeah, I played 4 years for the Bears.
Show the footage of him playing for the Bears. See, right there it is. See, I love reading, you know, I was reading in your book. Now, you're another guy who was not on the high school team, right? Or you sat on the bench, right?
Well, I sit on the bench my first couple years of high school basketball.
Yeah.
And
no, but why is that? Why would you be sitting on the bench for the first couple of years?
Well, I was a late bloomer. I mean, I just, I never came around until I really got to college.
See, that, you know, I've heard this same kind of thing from Michael Jordan, too. It seems to me like you guys just seem like the most natural, graceful athletes, and it seems like it's something you would have almost like from the day you were born. I mean, you're just sort of tripping over the ball, and then one day, ta-da!
Well,
how about college? What was it like in college?
It wasn't quite that easy, but, I mean, college was very difficult for me because when I went to college, I didn't have a college scholarship, and I didn't know if I would ever get an opportunity to even play college basketball.
Real? I mean, you were. Oh.
Okay. I sort of knew I was going to play, but my first year I was going to be redshirted. So.
I mean, what did you do? Did you start training? I knew you started lifting weights, right?
Well, I've always been a gym rat, and I just continued to play, and you know, finally I just blossomed as a player, and I started to work out and get stronger, and you know, things started to look up for me.
Now, you know, it's funny, because whenever I go back and talk to you, you're always like, you know, the quiet guy, introspective. And yet I talk to the other team guys, and they tell me that you're like the big practical joker in the team.
Well, I'm one of the leaders on the team, so I have to keep everything loose in the locker room. And
now, do you ever screw with, like, Michael? Do you ever do anything with Michael?
Well, I've planted a few snakes on him, rubber snakes.
Snakes? Is he scared of snakes?
Yeah, he's very scared.
Is he scared of snakes?
Yeah. But so am I, but he doesn't know that.
So where do you put the snake?
I stick it in his locker, in one of his shoes.
Now, does he go nuts? Did he ever go nuts when he found one?
Yeah, he normally runs out of the locker room.
Now, you have any predictions for the finals? What do you think? Like I can't guess.
I'm not going to give any prediction. I mean, we just got finished with game one. It's a 7-game series, so you know, we're going to take it one game at a time.
Right, right.
hopefully we can hopefully we can get them in.
Now what about next year? This seems to be like a huge, because I think, you see, your team to me seems like, the Bulls seem almost like one of those government monopolies where they go, look, nobody else has a chance. We got to break this thing up here a little bit.
Well, that's kind of what it's sort of boiling down to.
Yeah.
I won't say that the league is breaking us up. And,
yeah.
But it's gotten to the point now that where, this team's...
Well, if Phil Jackson comes back, will you guys come back?
I'll answer that question after the season.
So it could go. So what are you going to do after basketball? Now, I heard you wanted to be an actor.
Well, I've actually thought about it.
Have you thought about it? What kind of actor you want to be? Like action hero, like one of those deals? Schwarzenegger kind of thing?
I think I'm going to lead acting to my wife. She's trying to get into acting, but...
well, actually, I was thinking, I have a little scene here from Melrose Place. Maybe you and Heather.
Sure.
Could do.
I would love to do some acting with her.
Here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Scottie Pippen make his acting debut here on our show. All right, you'll be bad girl.
I'll be, okay.
Bad girl
I'll be the good guy.
Okay, here you go. All right, now let's see. Now let me see.
Sit right here and do this.
Let me see some emotion. Let me see. Ladies and gentlemen, please. Here we go.
Are you going to say action?
All right. Ready? Action.
Okay, Buster boy. You better be at my place at 8:30 sharp. No excuses.
I'm tired of jumping through hoops for you, you tramp.
Oh,